Hello to all of my beautiful light beings out there. This is your weekly Angel Oracle card reading with me, Daniel. This week's reading will be taken from the Radleigh, Valentine, and Doreen Virtue Archangel Power Tarot deck. We're going to try to abide by the restrictions in the updated version of iMovie and keep it to under 2 minutes and 30 seconds per slide. So the readings will be noticeably shorter, which is probably a good thing. But I assure you, you will still receive all of the guidance and the messages that are needed. And anything that needs greater elaboration, I will be taking to the webcam on the YouTube channel and giving that information, doing those downloads and transmissions, whether it be on-camera channeling or just bringing across the message that I received prior. There will probably be an increase in webcam videos since the readings have gotten so short. When there's information that is relevant that they're giving me to put out there, they will occur more readily on the actual YouTube channel as webcam videos from the 10x10 Den of Zen. With that in mind, let's get to our reading this week. As always, we start our week out with the angel number. In this case, we are looking at number 108. Your positive thoughts and prayerful connection with God's infinite love have yielded an unending flow of abundance for you. All the cards drawn this week reflects this similar message. They are very much telling us that the end of the old has come, and we are now living currently in the new. Which has been the ongoing message for some time leading up to this point. And it is really, really about now, in your current life, in this very moment, living an upbeat, positive, high-energy life and reaping the rewards of maintaining that energy. So that's the tone set for the week, and now we'll get into our numerology and see how it supports it. Very positive, uplifting energies, and kind of keep that in mind through the reading and through the week. And 108 breaks down to 9. The 9 card we see here is represented by the concept of completion. So this card again is indicating that we're in a time of necessary endings in preparation for new beginnings. We are really being encouraged with this prior to readings, these cards and this week's reading, again, to just clear away the old and make way for the new. Now, many of us are already at that position. I say us, I mean, I'm not saying me particularly, because I certainly still have some things I have to work on, but many of the world have already made these decisions, already made these cuts without necessarily even realizing it. Sometimes, you know, we feel we've done it all. Maybe we haven't, but we're in the new time now. And if there is no being left behind, so if there's things you haven't released or things that you just remembered, it's okay. Process it as it comes. Let it flow through you and release it. There is no deadline. There is no grading to this. So we are just, again, getting affirmation with these messages to adjust our thoughts and again maintain that high energy, that positive thinking, and you know, we will reap the rewards. So to begin the Angel Tarot reading, we see 10 of Michael. A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So we are starting out the reading with the clarity that the hard times are over. We are now free. New opportunities are here for our taking. And I feel like I'm just a broken record, but this is what the readings have been saying all along. This message is now confirming that we are here now. That all the build-up and all the hype, whatever, you know, scary thoughts or craziness that people were saying led up to an event that maybe most of you never realized or thought, well, that was a disappointment or a letdown, nothing ever happened. You know, whatever was supposed to happen for you in your individual journey did happen. For most of us, it was not even tangible. I recognized some things that changed, but I was very open and receptive to kind of feel and have it be more tangible. For most people, they just woke up the next day and went to work, and some people may even have felt let down. But it wasn't about, as Matt Kahn said, it wasn't about the cosmic light show. It was something on a more deeper level, almost a cellular level in our bodies. And but it's happened and it's over. And just as I said, here we all still sit living our lives, but our lives will and can be different. It's about seeking those opportunities, accepting those opportunities, and living in happiness from a heart-centered perspective. So almost like an instruction manual, we're being told that this is the case, this is the truth of our existence. And like an instruction manual, the King of Gabriel steps in. Generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So as we get the first card, and maybe some of us are like in some sort of a doubt, like, well, but how am I supposed to make this happen? Or even if I get an opportunity, what am I supposed to do about this, or this? Like an instruction manual, it steps in and says, keep your eyes on the big picture and leave the details to others. What that really means is keep your energy focused on the idea of what it is you want. And then the universe will essentially make everything fall into place. With an opportunity that's going to take you maybe out of your current situation, will also come opportunities to resolve any little thing that could be holding you back or prevent you from choosing that path. It's kind of like a total package deal. And again, this all comes with having faith. And as you go through this transition, there's going to be situations that's going to cause you possibly to say, well, what about him, or what about her, but what about this one? But you just need to understand that in that progression forward benefits the collective. Each of your individual transitions benefit the collective. And that may be a hard concept to wrap your head around, but this is the information that has been given to me. Each one of our individual journeys, as we choose to say yes and as we choose to accept and move forward in this journey as individuals, every sacrifice we make, every victory that we have is a sacrifice and a victory for the whole. And this is how we are transitioning as a global society, through individual experience. And finally, rounding out our week, we have 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not say things clearly. This card sums up everything that I've been repeating 1,000 times over. It's just about we have to make the decisions that's right for us. It takes courage. As human beings, we are afraid of the unknown. And if we quit our job today, we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Now, I am certainly not telling you to quit your job or to leave your husbands or wives or uproot your family and move to Tibet. I am just relaying the messages given to me. When the card speaks of not saying things clearly, it's apparent to me it reflects on, again, looking from a perspective of, but what if, but what about? If you feel like people rely on you and taking this step forward or making this change in your life is going to affect them relying on you, you have to change your perspective and say, but if I do this, maybe I can be in a better place to help them more. Or maybe if I do this, it's going to then make them rise up and be in a better place themselves, because now they have to maybe do something for themselves, or they have to go out of their way to help themselves instead of me just doing it for them. And this is giving other people the opportunity to better themselves. So the message shortly and clearly is you must walk your own path. And every step you take for the collective, you take for the whole of society. Holding your journey back because you feel you're responsible for another's is doing neither of you any justice or any good. So be courageous. Make the changes today that you know you need to make or that you're desiring to make. And if you are fearful, then make the small changes first and build your way up. That's the simple message that they're giving me right now. So that's it for another week. I thought it was interesting that no major arcana cards came up. Last week we had 2. This week there was none. And I think simply that just reflects the fact that there were major life changes happening for a lot of people over the last few weeks. And it's done now, and we're out of that time. And now we're in a time where we can just be free and positive and just kind of live our life at an even pace without those swings, the highs and the lows. You know, it's great to feel over the top, you know, happy, or over the top, kind of the word they use is manic, you know, manically high, but then they usually follow suit with manic lows and depression. So I think we're at a point now where we can start just sailing on the even keel on smoother waters. And I think the major changes for now are over, and it's just about adjusting, acclimating, and resonating with the new or higher energy on the planet, and just letting yourself slowly rise to the top more and more, even if it's baby steps. Every step forward is a step. It doesn't matter how small it is. Go at your own pace, but know that you're heading to a place that's beneficial to all. So don't be fearful and don't hold back. I love you all, and I will see you next week.